Yay! Reading time!
Oh, hi. I didn't know you were there yet. Let's read a book before it actually opens. Never mind, let's just get on to the book. Tales from History, A Puppy for Helen Keller. In 1937, Helen Keller sailed on a ship from America to Japan. It was her very first time traveling to Asia. Helen Keller was a famous author who could not see or hear. Helen traveled all around the world. She shared her stories about learning how to read and speak. She inspired and helped many people. A blind man named Takeo Iwahashi had invited Helen to Japan. Like Helen, he wanted to help other people like him. He printed many books in Braille, so that blind people could
Braille.
so that blind people could read and learn. The Japanese people loved listening to Helen's speeches. Helen spoke about peace, respect, and understanding other people's differences. Helen also had a special request when she was in Japan. She wanted to meet an Akita dog. The Akita is a dog breed from Japan. Ever since she was a little girl, Helen has loved dogs. She had owned many dogs, but she has never owned an Akita. Helen had read about the true story of the Akita named Hachiko. Every evening, Hachiko met his owner at the train station, but one day Hachiko's owner did not come home after work. More trains came and left. Hachiko waited and waited, but his owner never appeared. The next day, Hachiko went to the station again. He went the next day and the next. For more than 9 years, Hachiko didn't give up looking for the person he loved. Helen was inspired by Hachiko and his loyalty. He wanted to meet an Akita dog. She met a small puppy that she nicknamed Kami. In my language, Kami is us in Tagalog. Tagalog is my language. Kami licked Helen's cheek and cuddled her in her lap. May I keep him? Helen asked. Kami's owner said yes. Kami traveled with Helen to his new home in New York. He became the first Akita to live in the United States. But a few months later, Kami died from a virus that affects some dogs. Helen was very sad. The Japanese people were also sad to hear about Kami's death. Kami had connected Helen to Japan, but now he was gone. The Japanese people had an idea. They would send another dog to Helen. Kendan-go, or Gogo, was Kami's brother. Gogo was bigger than Kami, but he was just as friendly. He would be the perfect fit for Helen. But there was a problem. Trouble was brewing between Japan and the United States. Back in 1992, both countries had promised to stop building new battleships. They wanted to focus on peace, not war. But as time went on, Japan changed its mind. It started building new battleships. Americans were worried. Japan's army and navy were growing. The US president was not sure if he could trust Japan. Some people in Japan were scared that Gogo's trip would be unsafe. No one knew what would happen with all the trouble and distress. Gogo was ready to meet Helen. His ship left Japan in the beginning of June 1939. The journey was long and far. Gogo's ship was surrounded by the blue ocean and the blue sky. Finally, the ship arrived in New York. Would Gogo be allowed off the ship? "Welcome to America," the guard said, and there was Helen Keller standing on the pier. Gogo ran to his new owner and gave her a big doggy kiss. Helen laughed. They were so happy to be with each other. Helen was very grateful for the gift. When Helen was with Gogo, she remembered all the kind people she had met in Japan. No matter what happened, Helen would always think of the Japanese people as her friends. Gogo lived a long and happy life with Helen Keller. Nothing could separate Akita and its owner.
Done?
Bye!